Hi, I'm Jimmy Purcell. Now, this is the first little video that I'm showing that it's going to be very casual, where I'm just going to talk about my comics, the stuff that I work on, and I'm only really recording this for my Patreons. This is just I'm going to post this video on YouTube just to show people what I'm interested in doing. In these videos, I'm going to talk about the various comics I work on and stuff that I plan for the future. For example, the comics I work on is Been Better. You'll find that at BeenBetterComic.com. Dark Crusader. That's with you'll find that on the Jack of All Nerds Facebook page. And Book of Red. Book of Red I only update during the summer, so you don't even have to really worry about that until that one will come out in June. That's the first Wednesday of June. And then my new webcomic, Good Cop, Cat Cop, that updates every other Saturday. I'll talk about that, little details I'm working on there. And what else? Christmas Cola is a webcomic, not a webcomic, that's actually only going to go in book form. And I'm doing that with 83 Publishing. It's a publishing that I work on, that I'm not in charge of, but I'm one of the people that work on it. Anyway, so what can I start out with? Well, let's start out really easy. Good Cop, Cat Cop. That's at goodcopcatcop.com. It's about a good cop, cat cop. It's going to be a lot like Good Idea, Bad Idea with Animaniacs, that kind of thing, where it shows good cop doing his thing and then the bad cop, the cat cop, doing his thing. That is written by the comedian Derek Murray. He's also co-host of Jack of All Nerds podcast. He's pretty cool. I like working with him. I think it's going to be really funny. What we're doing is we want it's always going to be in the interrogation room, and criminals are always people are going to submit photos of themselves to be the criminals in it. And I think my favorite part about this comic is the whiskers, making a mustache out of it, because it's very cliche to give cops mustaches. It's going to be really fun to play around with his facial expressions. And then there's Dark Crusader. Dark Crusader has been really fun. This year we're going to do it weekly, so every week on Tuesday Dark Crusader will be coming out. And this week was really interesting because it's the first time we've ever actually killed a guy. I mean, we have implied that Phil has killed at least 3 people. There's that old lady on Halloween. There's this guy, the cop that he was questioning, and then there's the Santa that there's his foot. But we straight up killed the mayor. There's a knife, there's the blood, he is dead. Oh, and by the way, having to search stab wounds on Google sucks. Now, while I was making this comic, I asked people to suggest a theme for my movie marathon, and for this one, it was movies with prominent mustaches. And while I was working on this, I was watching Anchorman. Now, why do I have themes for my movie marathons? And because of the movie that I was watching, the mayor's appearance is inspired by Ron Burgundy. I didn't really want to put him in his red suit because I feel that it would be too obvious, so I went for the light blue one. So there you have it. That's it for the Dark Crusader comic. I don't want to give out too much information about the future of Dark Crusader because 1, I'm just the artist, I'm not the writer. 2, I don't want to spoil it for you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking very forward to it. So there's that. Which brings us to the other comic that I work on, Been Better. I've been working on that for 10 years, and it's my baby. So at the beginning of month, usually in the beginning of months, I try to be daily, but that doesn't really work out, so I stick with Mondays. Every Monday there will be updates, but sometimes daily. That's the thing. Updates Monday, sometimes daily. And beginning of the year, I want to be daily. And so January is going to be daily, and we have a lot to talk about because I can talk about each comic, or I might not talk about each comic. We'll see. We'll see what I do. So the first comic of the year starts off with another killing of the previous year. And the thing I want to mention about that is that the color of 2016 was actually going to be fuchsia, but then I looked at the previous comics and noticed that one of the stripes on their party hats told you what the next year was going to be. So I saw that in 2015, the color was, I saw that there was a yellow, and so I was like, alright, cool, I'll take the yellow. And then, so I decided, oh, fine, it's going to be yellow. And then, so 2017 is going to be fuchsia, and as you can see, I put the stripe in his hat. Another thing that I've been trying to do since 2014 is at the beginning of every year, or the beginning of every chapter, I introduce characters, or main characters that you're going to see a lot. So you see the first one is me showing my full name with the card. Then there's Rick showing, I don't even mention his name, I forgot to mention his name, but Rick with the whole Rick Once Was comics, and then you have Nathan Gonzalez with the Podex Machina comic. On the 4th, I brought back the running gag of Bobby getting names at his coffee shop, which on the comic, if you haven't noticed, is titled Whooping Coffee. I haven't actually mentioned it really in the comic. I believe I haven't done it, but it's there, it's shown there. Anyway, I've brought back that gag with another gag that I've done before. As you can see, what I say right there, I have done that before, but that was back at when I worked at the county fair in 2014. Now, I'd like to mention something about the haircutting one where I did not who The Weeknd was. I still don't really know who The Weeknd is. Is it a band? Is it a person? I don't know. I've heard the music before, I just never really took the time to figure out who made it. Which brings us to the last Been Better comic I'm going to talk about in this video. The one about the Republicans being crazy. Now, I had Democrat and Republican character, which I'm going to call now Left and Right. I drew them and put them in the comic back in 2012. I knew that I was going to bring them back when the election year comes back around. Well, there you have it. That's all the work that I published this week. Next week's going to be more Been Better, more Dark Crusader. I think, no, it won't have a Good Cop, Cat Cop, but that'll be the next week, because it's every other week. I don't really want to give you too much information about the future, because I don't want to give you too many spoilers. I started writing Book of Red. That's coming along really well. The only thing I can't tell you this about Book of Red. At the end of Chapter 3, I'm going to destroy the library. I'm not going to tell you how, but I'm going to destroy it, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. What else? Oh, Christmas Cola. I've just started drawing issue 2 for Christmas Cola. That'll be coming out in February. Hopefully, along with issue 1. We never actually came out with the book. I'm hoping I have both of those books available when I go to Comic Fest. I'm going to go to San Diego Comic Fest Valentine's Day weekend in San Diego. I think it's at Talent Clinic. I'm not entirely sure. You're going to have to Google that. And I'll be at WonderCon. I'm pretty confident I'm going to be at WonderCon. Yeah, that's all I got for you right now. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I plan on making more videos, but unfortunately I'm not going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to put it on my Patreon. So check it out. There we go. Yeah. See ya.